think we're live now. Yeah, we are. All right, what's good, everybody? Uh, Episode 20 of the Scrubcast. Got King and Anna. What's good? What's good, y'all?
What up? What up? What up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How y'all been? Sly, how you been, bro?
I can't complain. Same old. What you been up to? What's new?
Man, this locksmith and stuff, man. I got some stories, man. It's crazy. People are crazy. And how you been?
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
Anna, you there?
Yeah, her thing drops sometimes.
Oh,
She'll be
okay.
back though. Yeah, she'll be. She's gonna drop, come back.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, she'll be on dial up.
No, I didn't. I accidentally put it in the stream. My bad. My bad.
No, you good. But I was just asking.
Busybody.
How you been? How you been?
I've been all right. Nothing
Nothing
that
crazy.
exciting. Yeah. I'm sorry that shut up. I know that the last two times I came on, you had people come in the chat not too happy.
Oh yeah, Red Ranger and Laz. Oh god, like
Brick Squad.
the moment y'all left, yeah, all that stuff went down. But I had to humble Laz. He alright. Yeah, he alright. He cool.
Yeah. So what's popping, man? Talk to me.
So I'm gonna ask you, King. So all the time you've been on this side of YouTube, what is your overall opinion about it? The good and the bad.
I love autism. Okay, that's to start it off. I enjoy autism. I love the fact that there's so many retards and spurgs on this side that I get to pick on. No, I mean it's fun. It's just fun. It's just a lot of weirdos, and I like laughing at them. So I can't complain. I will say though that the LTG side, I thought they were a little bit tougher. All right, I thought they were a little bit more,
Yeah.
not so thin skinned. Yes, Cal, we love the tism. I didn't know they were so thin skinned, man. I don't know what happened. I thought y'all were like firing at his crib and doing all that. I don't know what happened. The game changed all of a sudden.
I don't know, man. I'm a OG content troll maker, whatever. I'm back in the day. These new people, I mean, look, do it how you do it, because they've been pulling up to his old crib now, but taking pictures of his crib, and they taking pictures of him in the store and with some girl. So
horrible pictures, by the way. If you're gonna take a picture of him, why are you afraid? Why are they afraid to just go up to him, take the picture? They take a picture from like half mile away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cornball. I would never be able to show my face in the crib if I did that, bro. Hey, gonna lose her mind. If I pull, I ran into Phil and I took a picture down the block of him. I couldn't pull up to him though. Come on, bro.
Yeah, of course I'd say something about that. You couldn't just walk up to him and talk to him, take a picture. What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
Sly, if you ran into DSP, what would you do? Like if you like
rape
leaving
him, probably. Huh? Sorry, there was some interference. What'd you ask? My bad. What'd you say?
I said, if you ran into DSP in person, what would you do?
I would
he'd run up to him.
Of course I would. I have to. I got to get the content. I'm pulling up with the phone, and I got to ask him two questions. Why are you so ugly? And why are you married to this? And I point to Cat. I mean, those are the two main questions I want to get off before he runs away or something, because I got to know. I want to know what it is about somebody that makes you want to date fat. You feel me? My mind, it just can't wrap around it. What, Mo? What did I tell? I'm just saying. I can't wrap around it. I can't wrap around why you would want to date someone you couldn't pick up. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Okay, Anna, what is your overall opinion about the troll community? Matter of fact, wait. Before you answer that, tell me the origin of how you became on this side of YouTube. Like, where did you start?
Oh my God, I don't even know where. I guess the first place I really started was back in like you might not know who this is, but Sly will like the Haggy Rants community, like Angry Grandpa communities, like Edward Hubbard, McJuggernauts, like that whole community of
That the
like
porno
what they
name?
the what?
McJuggernuts? Could have thought it was nuggets at the end. What kind of freako porn you are? What are you
I'm trying to
McJuggernuts?
think at the same time. Sorry. And yeah, so kind of just in that space. And then from there, it kind of progressed to what's called like the BOYT,
Yeah.
bottom of YouTube, which is more of like the asylum, like Isaac Guest, like communities like that. And then I'd say around that was more and then from there I went to like IP2,
Uh-huh.
like Ice Poseidon and those streamers, probably around like 2018, around there. And then 2020 was when I got into like Cyrax
Ooh,
and like during the
Cyrax.
pandemic. Yeah, like when the pandemic started, I got into like Cyrax and like King Cobra and like the Daniel Larson and like those, starting to get into those locale spaces. That was like probably around the pandemic when I started to discover more of those people. And then probably around 2019, 2020 is when I got into like Phil, like the Phil space and then that kind of progressed into I forgot when I started watching LTG, somewhere around that time, sometime during the pandemic. And so yeah, I've kind of I don't really
You
watch the
hoard about.
Cyrax stuff as much anymore. I used to be like real into that and King Cobra and all that. I don't really watch that anymore. Now it's mainly just I stay up to date on the like the Phil and the LTG stuff, but I don't really I can't really get into like the whole detractor spaces and all that as extreme as some people do. I kind of just watch from a distance. That's about it.
Speak your mind. Tell them how you feel.
So hold on. Wait, okay, yeah, no, King is right.
Well,
So
what?
Anna, hold on, Anna. So when it comes to the detractors, how do you feel about the detract, like the current state of what's going on in this on this side? Yeah, go ahead, cook.
Um,
Please cook.
I'll agree with him on the LTGs, on the LTG stuff. Like, I don't like the stuff that, like, I mean, I'll say it, like, how optics or people like Max, like, how they call people out,
Oh,
and then when they want to get
Max,
faced, they won't stand up to it. I can't stand
Fact.
that.
Talk.
Max.
Um,
King.
That like with the
Oh,
whole
no.
optics thing, how he said all these like made up things to say about Sly, and then but he ends it with, "But I'm never talking to him. I'm never confronting him." I know he ended up talking to him, but I'm saying at the time he said he wouldn't. I mean, Max is like another LTG detractor who also will throw shade at people and won't, face up to them. Like, I don't
Mhm.
like that stuff. I think it's weird how they're afraid to confront LTG in public when they see him. Yeah, so I agree with him on that. There is a lot of cowardice on that side. As far as the Phil side,
Mhm.
I can't stand the whole Phil will literally breathe wrong and some of them will make a 2-hour stream about it. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Nah, it's a
It's
fact.
so bizarre. I that would be my main criticism of those detractors is like Phil just sits in a weird position or breathes wrong, and then some of these people like Duty will be making like a 2-hour stream about it. I think that's a little weird, but yeah, I'd say that's my main criticism of both sides.
We be clowning because the whole what was it? What was it? The bird chirp or something like that. It was what they call it? Bird gate.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Birdgate,
Birdgate because they didn't know if there was a cat. Oh no, a cat. What? A
a
bird or
kid
a
yelling
kid?
out the window, or if Phil
Yeah, yeah.
secretly had a bird.
I'm never, ever, ever, ever going live to have a discussion about Birdgate. You will never catch me. And you know what? There was a time, right? There was a time where I might have. And that's sickening the thing. Like I would have been like, oh, and had this whole like ramp it up, like, oh, who's on the bird side? Pause, which is a sick side to be on. What? Who's on the bird side? Who's on the kid? But now I look at it and I'm like, nah, bro. I'm never talking about this. I could care less if there was both of them outside. What do I matter? What does that matter at all? So yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm with it. A lot of them. Well, they don't like me, so it's fine. I can say whatever. A lot of them are corny.
Yeah.
A lot of them showed who they were through this whole Raven thing. I just can't get jiggy with him. I can't rock with him. I don't like the
Oh yeah,
theory.
that too. I forgot to bring that up with the whole Raven thing on that side. Yep.
Okay, what's the deal with
That,
Raven? Who's this Raven guy?
2022, 3? No, 23. 23. Raven, well, he's always been a detractor. He's like a OG, I guess. He's been around for like ever. In 2023, he got in a fight with Wings 007. And when he got in a fight with 007, he said, because he accused him of saying the N-word or something, which is like funny because in this time, and he actually didn't say it, which is hilarious. But so he accused him of saying it, and he's like, I didn't do it. Don't go to war. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. And then Raven's like, yes, I do. So boom, Seven ran through all his Discord. He ran through all his likes on Pinterest, on Twitter, and all that. And it came out that he was liking Lolly. So Seven hits me up in the morning. The next morning, it's like, yo, Sly, you got to jump in my VC. I'm like, pump it, because I don't even like going around you people. But I will this time because I want to see what you got to say. So I went in there real early. I was getting ready for work, and he ran through it all down the list. Like, all the lolicon he was liking, all of it. He had all different flavors of lolly.
Who was Raven like initially supporting? Was it DSP?
Phil. He was a Phil. Oh, he was a detractor.
He was a Phil detractor.
Oh, okay.
He was a Phil detractor, and he had all the lolly, right? So then nobody had this. So I was like, yo, I sent it to a couple people, not the lolly. I sent the fact of go look at Raven's Twitter and go tell me what you see and let me know if it's weird or not. So they ran through, and every single one of them was like, oh my God, it's disgusting. You should be shot. Bet. So I went live. Seven put out a video. I reacted to the video, and then Raven called in, and it got all exposed. Well, you would think it would be over from that, because usually when you get exposed with Lolly, it's done. But it wasn't that. There was people sweeping for him, like Snood and other people, Aquatil. Like a lot of people were sweeping for him around that time. And what they did was make me out to be a villain. I was rocking with Seven, who's a pedophile. I was rocking with Chill Murray, who's a spurg and doesn't take care of his kids. And I beat mine to a bloody pulp and sell them into sex trafficking. Like all these weirdo narratives that were going on.
Yeah, they were accusing Sly of beating his kids and stuff.
Yeah. It's just, just a bunch of them. So they hated me ever since then because I exposed them, which I have no clue why, but whatever. Cool. So we rocked out. Then fast forward to 2020? Was it this year or last year? Was it end of last year?
No, it was this year.
Was it this year? Okay.
Yeah.
The beginning of this year, it comes out. Seven runs a sting on him, and he gets him talking to a 16-year-old girl, and we expose him. And then I did my victory lap because I've been waiting for this moment to tell every single one of them that were rocking out with them how this is your man. Now you're going to stand by him. And ever since then, every single person that has stood by him has either disappeared or locked their life up. So they are all gone. But yeah, I just don't respect them after that. I don't respect them. It's like February, bro. Okay. I don't respect them. I don't rock with them. I don't do none of that just because of that reason. I'm only cool with a couple of them, like Shout I Hate Army, Snort, Duty, Chill, chill.
You're funny.
Chill. So, I don't know who else. Oh, James the Lesser, and a couple other, Vega, a couple others, man. I keep to my own little side, We're the we're the DW. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, you're funny, Sly. You're funny.
I'm kidding. Jeez,
Sly playing with fire.
Nah, because Nugs, chill. So boom.
Yeah, that's what I said too, Nugs.
chill. So yeah, nah. Because the retards on that side said that we were like they were calling us the Detractor World Order because Snort used the thumbnail with it like a couple. Well, he uses it all the time now, but he used it a couple times and I used it, so they called us the DWO. I'm not no detractor group. I'm not gay. No. So yeah, nah. She found out about it. She was laughing at it, and I thought it was funny because it's not true. But But yeah, I mean that's Raven. That's Raven in a nutshell. Pedophile. That's pretty much it.
Oh man, this whole pedophile. It's always that. That's crazy.
Oh my.
That's so.
There's Max.
That girl
Oh my
Max.
God! Don't just keep it going. Don't even get into the
Okay,
autism.
so
Keep it going.
King, about what's his name? Hozo. What are your thoughts on him about him getting exposed and all this other shit, lying on everybody, including me? What are your thoughts on him?
I think it's hilarious because of many reasons. I think it's crazy. One of them being how this concubine happened. I think that's weird that it had to do with him. I think the whole thing was funny, to be honest. It was a good time. It was a good time. The amount of content that came out of that was a great time. I mean, from the start, right? From like the SOS versus Kosane and Chozo debate, which was just, I mean, classic. He ran from his man. Like that was a great
So
time.
he couldn't just take the L from SOS, Hozo.
He ran. He spurred about it for like months on end from getting kicked, and then he just ran. He just ran from him and left Kosane up there to look dumb, and that was it. Excuse me.
What?
I'm sorry. I read
What I said? Oh,
Yeah.
because Cal said I was baking blue chew cookies, so I responded.
Hold on.
That's insane. Yeah. So so that happened, and then afterwards, like when he reconciled, well, he tried to reconcile with Will, and then that went left, and then I found out that he made a video about calling me a pedophile.
Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah,
that was great. Then he tried to get rid. And then we had the private call together the last time we spoke in February. And then
Wait, what? You and Chozo?
Yeah,
they spoke.
You guys had a when February, not this year.
No. Last year.
It's in a video.
Last year.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant this year. You said February, so I thought you meant this year. I was like, what?
No. Last February. No, the only time I spoke to him was like for 2 seconds on the asylum, and he ran away. Yeah. That was it. That was the last time. But the actual conversation, the last conversation I had was like 10 minutes long, and that was it. So then going through all of that, right? So we're knocking Chozo out of all his groups, right? He would rock with Dargo, find out that Dargo's big pedophile than he is. So we like deviated from Chozo for a minute and started shooting at Dargo, which was fun.
He came at me too, both of them.
Yeah, so we got Dargo clean out of here. And then we went right back to Chozo. And Chozo there was a minute right there where Chozo and Dargo started beefing. And then Chozo tried to side with me and be like, oh, well, Sly was right. I guess he was right. I got to start trusting Sly. And then I made a video saying, I don't care what you said. You're still the op and it's up. So then he went right back. And then I think that around that time after we chased him around. Oh, and then he was with Matt. We kicked him away from Matt because we took Matt on our side. Matt was doing it's kind of gay to say now, but he was, he was like, oh, I'll feed you information from him. So he was doing that. So he was kicking it with Chozo and telling me what? That's what he said.
No,
he
go ahead.
Your impression of Matt is so funny.
He was kicking it with Chozo, and he was telling me everything, and that's how our relationship. I mean, it started on snake behavior. Now that I think about it, but I mean, what are you gonna do? So he was telling me everything that was going on, so that was cool. And then something happened with them, and then Matt just, he left. So then we got him away from there, and then
Max, exactly. I get mentioned for nothing. I just be chilling. And I get dragged into it.
So then this is when Mama come into play because she decided to harbor the pedophile. And
I did not. Shut up. Don't even put that out there. It's not even funny. It's not funny because now I'll wait till you're done and then I'll tell my version.
Okay. What's the truth? Mine is you were harboring the pedophile and I was trying to so then I know. Listen, so I found out that Chozo was hanging around a new group of people, and I found out by Matt because he was doing something that he ran in, and he called me in a panic at like 6 a.m. He's like, Sly, I gotta talk to you. I said, all right, brother, what's up? And he told me, he's like, these people at the asylum are going after me. I'm like, the fuck, asylum? What are you talking about? You mean the angry grandpa, the strangler kid? And he's like, well, oh, you know about Steve? I'm like, yeah, I know. Yes, I know about. So I ran down the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, don't go up there. Leave them be. Why is Chozo up there? I didn't even know he paid attention to him. So I'm like, so I go and take a look, and I'm like, oh, there he is. He's really up there, and he was with this dude named Dogs. And I'm like, what is going on? So I think, if I get this wrong, she's gonna cut me. I think I did a show and said I need them to release the pedophile they're harboring. I think that came afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a show. I know, kid. I know. I only say it to get on. I know. So shout out Miss Kier, by the way. If you can throw Miss Kier a wrench, that'd be great. She deserves it. She's the GOAT. So
Yeah, it's
Oh,
my
I got you.
bestie.
Oh,
she'll
okay.
hold you down.
I got
Trust
you,
me.
miss. Big ups.
So what was it? Oh, okay. So I made a stream saying that you need to release the swine. I did this whole thing, like the purge, right? When they pull up to the door, the white boy at the house,
Mm-hmm.
like to release the filthy.
Yeah.
So I did this whole little shtick, and this one over here saw it and was not happy about it because I kept saying they were hanging around with pedophiles, which wasn't the case. But I had to make it out like it was the case. So that started off rocky. But I didn't believe that this one, AB, was real, right? I didn't believe that this was a real person because in my mind, I couldn't fit that this person, she'd be hanging around with this snarling demon, like kid, like this disgusting flesh ball. Like, I don't even know why I can't just in my mind picture this picture being around him. Like, I only could picture pedophiles and like lolly loving freaks. Like, and then I see this, I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I didn't think she was real, because he had a bunch of girls like Corona Chan and whatever the other one was. What was it? Giga Chan? What was it? Corona Chan?
A bowl.
Oh,
He says two
Ebola.
girlfriends were Corona Chan and Ebola Chan. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, okay, this girl's obviously one of the girlfriends, right? So then I
Ew.
hear that Matt's talking to him. Well, I didn't think you were real. So I hear that Matt's talking to her. I'm like, yo, stop talking to that girl, bro. She's probably not even real, bro. Stop talking to that one. And then he's like, well, she's asking about Chozo and whatever. I'm like, yeah, he's probably trying to get information. Stop talking to him. He didn't listen to me. He was spilling everything out he shouldn't have. And then it came out. Actually, I'm gonna stop and let her pick up because this is where she shows. Go.
I wanted to. No, you finished because I wanted to start from my beginning.
Oh Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
let her throw her little origin with Hozo.
So then. Okay, I'll fast forward then. All right, so she gets. I forgot how it happens. It doesn't matter. They get in contact or whatever. Somehow it gets to me that she went up the chain. She talked with Ether.
Mm-hmm.
And some dude named. Well, we don't even care about him. She talked about Ether and this other loser, and then they moved up to Will, and that was a blowout. And then Will was like, "Yo, you should talk to her." And I'm like, I don't really want to, bro. I'm just afraid I'm gonna get caught up looking stupid. That was the main thing. I'm gonna get in this call, and it's gonna be like an alt account of Chozo talking to some girl. I'm like, I don't want to be jammed up like talking like. Then they're gonna go back and be like, oh, we got him. Look at Sly. Like that was all I was afraid of, right? So I was like, all right, whatever, we'll talk. So the whole time we're talking, I'm only listening to see if I can tell if this is AI or not. Come to find out, because Chozo really used her voice to do some foul stuff to Will's mom, which is crazy. But so then we were talking or whatever, cool. And then that's the first time we spoke, but then it led to the big stream where she aired them all out like months later. So that was pretty much, that was it. Go.
All right. So the way I met Chozo was I had no clue who Chozo was, and then like 2 years ago, because I'm just chilling like in my own space, like with my people, like Miss Kier in the chat, like in her server, and then like with my other good friend Fat Ass Dogs, like I'm just chilling with my people, doing my own thing. And then all of a sudden, Chozo gets brought in by my friend Fat Ass Dogs. I don't know how they met. They met somehow. So, but he brings Chozo into our space. So I have no clue who Chozo is. From just like my initial few talks with him, like small talks in the servers, he just seemed like some short, weird little virgin who likes to dress up in costumes. That's all I knew about him. He wouldn't come around that much. I would probably see him he would jump on a panel with us like every couple months. This was like 2 years ago. So that's all I really knew about him. He would just come around once every couple months, come on a panel, like laugh with us a little bit. That was it. Kind of felt bad for him because he seemed a little weird. But that's all I knew about him. I would never think to look him up. I would never guess this weird little random kid had like all these problems on the internet. I never guessed. I just thought he was just some random little short guy who liked to dress up in costume. That was it. And then last year, in the end of August, he DMs me and he goes, "I need your help." He's like, "I know we never really talked in private before, but I really, really need your help. I know you're connected in a lot of troll communities and you don't understand. I've been keeping this under wraps, but I have these people in a whole nother community who are trying to ruin my life." And he's like, their names are Will and King. He called Sly. He called him Kingslight. He's like, it's this guy named Will and Kingslight. They're trying to ruin my life. They're bullies. They've had me swatted. They've had me doxxed. They harass me. They're ruining my life like crazy. I can't take it anymore. Can you please help me? And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? And he was like, I'm going to make a group chat called the Counter Cupcake Defenders, and we're going to go against them. And that was actually how I found out about you, Chronicles, because in
Oh, here we go.
Chozo's hours and hours of voice calls he did with me to try to tell me this whole story about how y'all are bullying him, he
No.
brought up you a couple times. And he said you were an LTG troll who was, he said you were up Matt's ass and following Matt around to try to bully him
That
also.
is a
That was
lie.
what he told me about you. He said you jumped on the bandwagon with Matt to try to bully him. So that's how I learned about you. Fun fact. I learned about most of you guys through Chozo. But it was funny because Chozo's renditions of y'all were so crazy. Like of Sly, he told me that Sly was a pedophile criminal who worked with 007 to send people to his house. He told me the most outlandish stories about all you guys. And like I said, I had no clue who Chozo was. I didn't know this guy would have all these beefs on the internet. I thought he was just some random loser. So I never thought to look him up. So when he was telling me this, I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, they're probably bullying him because he's a virgin and he's short and he likes to dress up in kids' costumes. Like it was believable.
All of that is true, by the way. All of it. That's all true.
But you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was believable that people were bullying him. So I was like, I felt bad for him, but I didn't do any of the stuff he wanted me to do. He was asking me to like dox Will and dox Sly and dox Matt. I wasn't going to do any of that. But I did believe him that he was being harassed until his story started to not make sense.
It
When he
was his
called me,
fault though. It was his fault he was being harassed. He kept fucking with everybody. Like he was just
I
bothering people for
know,
no
but at the
reason.
time I didn't know that. And so
He was
I didn't know
infatuated with
any
you.
of you guys because I didn't know any of you guys. So I just have his word to go off of.
She
Then
loves
when he
him.
calls me, stop. Then when he calls me crying, saying he got
Right?
swatted and guns
Oh my
held
God.
to his head and all this, I was like, all right, something's not adding up here. I need to figure out what the real story is because his stories are starting not to add up. So what I did was I realized I was in a Cyrax server with Matt. And so I DM'd Matt and I said, hey, you want to tell me this from your point of view? Because his stories are starting not to add up. Matt wasn't really telling me much. Matt was just like, he's a pedophile. And if you want proof, go to my streams. I would go to Matt's streams. I would see nothing but him playing video games. So I was like, you got to give me something more than this. What's going on? So finally, Ether and Kai reached out to me. They showed me all the evidence of that. And then they asked me to talk to Will. I talked to Will. Me and Will got in a huge blowout. I almost started crying. Me and Will were screaming at each other. I hung up on him because understandably, Will thought I was like working with Chozo when that wasn't the case, and I was trying to tell him I wasn't, and he wasn't believing me, so we got into a big fight. But then we resolved it. We're all cool now. And then he had me talk to Sly,
Big
and
dog.
then yeah, and then the rest
Big
is
dog.
the rest is history. Yeah.
Yeah, talk to the final boss. No, yeah, no. So that happened, right? And then then we
Mhm.
met, and then afterwards,
Hey, hold on, hold on. Why'd you write that in the chat for? You called me a pussy for almost crying.
I
The
know, I'm
reason
just
I
kidding. I'm
did that is
kidding.
because Chozo was
I know.
sending me
I don't want you
crazy
to talk about it. It's
messages.
disgusting. It's disgusting. Don't.
Yeah, but pretty much Chozo was sending me crazy messages, bringing my son into it, and that's what got me emotional.
Oh, wow.
Because of what Will said after what I thought it was because of what Will was saying. I don't even want to talk about it. It's disgusting. But
Yes,
I
but
know
you
it's just,
know that's why you call me a pussy for almost crying.
well, I
Because you
had to.
know the reason I got emotional is because he brought my son into it.
Yeah, I know exactly why I was, and but I had to spread a lie. But anyway,
But that
so
I will give Will credit for that. When he saw me starting and my voice starting to shake and I was getting upset, Will did tell me like I could see you're getting anxiety. We're gonna calm it down. So I will give Will that. He did recognize when I was getting upset and did calm it down when he saw that. So
he said something. No, it was what Chozo was, and what Will was saying. It was just a combination of it, and it was disgusting.
Mm.
But
Wow.
not Will on Will's part. No, that's not what I'm saying. That was disgusting.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
Chozo.
They were
Yeah.
Chozo was making some pretty crazy allegations and
And then
it was
and he
bad.
wanted to it just has to do with her son. It was disgusting. So then after that, we joined forces, right? No, I'm just kidding. We started talking, and she would tell me things and about him, and then we would just chop it up like that. But then Will the whole time was like, "Yo, man, you should do the show or whatever, do the show." And I was like, I told him, I'm like, "Yo, you don't have to do it. I don't care about it. You don't have to ever have to do it if you don't want to. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that. That's not important." But then it ended up having the show. It was hilarious. Obviously, it came out that he was okay. Well, I guess we could tell it. Did we tell it that night? I don't know if we told it that night, but if we did, we'll just tell it again. It doesn't matter. So yeah, she was. So this was my mistake, and I'll take the L on this because the drop video was not supposed to ever like be.
Well, Chronicles might not even know about this.
Yeah, he does. I said
Wait,
Oh, he
about
does?
what? About what?
everybody knows about the drop. About Chozo jerking off to her.
Oh, yeah. I was
That was never
watching your stream.
supposed to. That was never supposed to get played. All right. She told me, she's like, "There's something I haven't said," and I'm like, "Okay." So she sends me this video or the audio clip of it, and I'm like, "Ugh." Like, this is disgusting. And then she's like, "Yeah, so and he was like, "Yeah," but then he like took a picture of him shooting it off on the picture. And I'm like,
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
no.
this guy's a vicious demon. So I
Oh, poor Anna. I'm so sorry.
I made a mistake and I forwarded it to Will
Mm-mm.
to laugh at. I told him on the phone, I said, "Bro, this can't get played.
Yeah,
Don't
I
play
told you
this."
not to share it with anyone. You send it to Will.
You just said you haven't shared it with anybody. You never told me not to. Okay, you never told me not to do it. That's why I felt like I was all right to do it. If you would have said the words "don't share," I would have never shared it.
I'm pretty sure I did,
Do
but
y'all
okay.
have that audio?
It's fine.
No, we're not playing it. So
It's gross.
yeah,
Yes,
we're not playing
we
it. It's
do.
never good. I will never play that again. That's no. It's
It's
cursed.
on Sly stream if you want to hear it on that
No,
stream.
I'm
Yeah, we're
not.
not. I'm not listening to that trash. So he
It's just him yelling that his balls are dropping, whatever that means.
yeah. Well, he I like the beginning how he started it.
No, that's disgusting. I didn't
I
even.
love
Oh, I
that
forgot
part.
the whole part of the story when I was telling it. Yeah, at some point along the way, Chozo, when he thought he like got me on board to like defend him, he messaged me out of the blue one day and said, "I got to tell you something. I'm falling in love with you." I said, "What are you talking about? You
Oh,
don't even know me. You don't even know me. I've been an acquaintance of yours for like a year and a half, and." this is the first time we ever talked in private. How are you in love with me? And he was like, I'm in love with you. And I said, don't say something like that. I said, please don't say something like that because you don't mean it. Please stop. I don't find that funny. And he was like, well, I'm going to prove it to you by showing my face. And that's how I found out what he looked
That's
like.
how he do.
Yeah, that's how I found out what he looked like because he turned on his camera to show me, to prove he was in love with me.
And what else did he do to prove on the camera? What else was he doing?
Oh, you're talking about, oh yeah, one time he had a conversation with me about how he was talking in the group chat how he was embarrassed of his D size. And then when he was on VC with us, he said he wanted an opinion on it.
What do you mean
And we
us?
Well, it started out with me, him, and Blade in the VC. And then when Blade left, he turned on the camera.
Oh, he wait till he love.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
turned on the camera and he said, no creepy shit. I'm just asking, is this something I should be embarrassed of?
And he showed the micro
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and tell him what happened. Be honest
What
about your
the
feelings when it
fuck?
happened. She's like, yeah, I mean, I I can work with that. That's I mean,
This-
just
That's
tell me.
not
this
stop.
is
You're
a-
not funny.
This
That's
is
not
a
funny.
wait. This is a video. Like he called you or he sent you.
It was in a
video?
VC. It was in a
Oh.
VC. Because he used to, in this group chat he set up, because my best friend in chat, Miss Kier, I dragged her in there with me. When Chozo first made me join this group chat with him, I was like, I don't want to join this alone, so I dragged her in with me. But yeah, it was me, her, and this whole group. Chozo got together to try to to help defend him against the bullies. And so he would do a VC in there every night. And this one night it was me, him, and his best friend Blade. And then he was talking about that, about how he was self-conscious about that. And then once Blade left, he turned on the camera and showed me that. And then I later found out that he had a whole fetish for being degraded and that he knew that I was going to be like, ew, that's disgusting. Put that away. That's so gross. Like, oh
But
my
you didn't
God, you
say
have a
that.
micro penis. He knew I was going to say stuff like that. And I found out that's what he was aiming for because he had like a degradation fetish.
We don't know. I just had said it sounds like he wanted to be degraded. That's all I was
No,
saying.
no, no, no. No, no, no. He told me he does. He told me he does. He said he likes it when girls call him a short, fat loser who dresses in costumes.
Oh,
He
really?
told me he has this fetish. Yes. So that's what his whole game plan was for just whipping it out on camera.
But
He
it
was hoping
backfired
I
because you
would
liked
be
it.
like, oh my God, you're disgusting, blah, blah, blah. It's because he would get off to that.
But
That's
you
what he
liked it, so
liked.
it didn't work.
I don't find this funny.
Why?
It's
It's the
not
truth,
funny.
though. Like we gotta live
No,
our
it's
truth.
not.
All right, but
Stop
listen,
it.
nah, he did, of course not. I think that's hilarious though. That he just whipped the Yamin out and the little John he whipped out. So what was I saying before you cock blocked me? What was the thing we were talking about?
You asked me to bring up how he whipped it out on camera.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yo, motivation, you're
Just kidding.
disgusting. So boom. So that footage, you know, I mean, we played it. It was disgusting. It was cool. Whatever. Then afterwards, we're thinking it's done, but like there was like a side part that nobody knows about. This was like an internal laugh that we were having. After all that happened, Chozo would call A at like 1 to midnight and just lose his mind.
Call it who?
Right?
Yeah.
AB. Just
Oh,
lose his mind, right?
But
By the
you'd be
way,
losing his mind about everyone. Like he would
Matt,
he would call yelling all these crazy stories about Matt, about Sly, about Will, about
yeah,
007. He would just
Oh,
be
he
so
would
losing it about
he
lose.
losing
everyone.
sleep then. That's the case. He losing sleep at night.
Oh no, rent free. Max,
That's
that's an
crazy.
Yeah.
oxymoron what you just said, brother. So I don't think you know what BBC means. But he would lose his mind, right? So she would be like, yo, I got a recording of Chozo. Do you want to listen to it? And I'm like, of course. So
Well, that's thanks to Will, because Will asked me to record him. And at
yeah.
first I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I feel weird doing that. But then Will was like, well, I think you should, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not pushing you to do it. I just think it would be a good idea. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it one time. I did it one time. The amount of gold that I got off of that, I was like, okay, now I see why he wanted me to do it, because he was talking crazy.
So then I needed her to do it more. Like every night she was doing because he would call and freak out. So I want to hear what he's saying.
These was just random times he called? Like he
it was always in the middle of the night. It was always in the middle of the night. Well, I mean, there was
just a rant.
To be honest, it was like, we were talking.
He would tell me about how he murdered 3 people. He would tell me wild stories. He said he murdered 3 people, how Sly and Will sent people to his house, about how he thinks Sly and Will are pedophiles and all this stuff, talking a lot of crap about them, just saying the wildest stuff. But I think it's funny that I learned about both you Chronicles and Sly through Chozo. It was from him talking crap about both of you is how I ended up learning who both of you were.
Yep. He was on one. Yeah, he pulled up him and his alt account, Omni Droid, shot at a couple people and blacked out the whole trial. It was there was a lot of gold, a lot of good things that happened. One day we'll release them, one day we'll give you the the lost tapes.
I mean, he said that I doxed him because I was watching a fucking video of him on the news. He walking around that little town he's in a costume.
Yes.
He's saying that's doxing him. I didn't like how.
Yes.
We all doxed him.
He did tell me that about you.
Yeah.
He said there was a news report that came out about him when he was on the side of the road waving at kids, and a news station interviewed him, and he said you doxed that.
That's not doxing. It's on YouTube. It's on the news. It's not doxing him. It was just me and my homie Jay, and we were just making fun of him. That's it. And we was just laughing at him. That's it. And he said I called some number. Like, what are you talking about?
But then it turned into I promoted doxing. 007 doxed him. The Wings Trolls doxed him because he was exposing a huge pedophile ring. And they didn't like that. So
he said you and 007 sent gunmen to his house.
Well, that too. Well, I did do that. But,
he said Mr. Russ and who else was Mr. Russ and somebody else. He said because you went live about it. He said that somebody put up to his crib and said shout out.
Oh, it was some guy. See, that was funny too, right?
He said Sly and Will sent this person.
Yeah, we sent someone in a whip, and the first story was he dropped the phone, but then the revised version was he sliced the phone midair with the katana, and it exploded. So that was 2 stories that we got, and actually, I gotta thank Max for getting that gold, right? Because Max hit me up and was like, "Yo, Chozo just responded to me." And Slayer was popping. Chozo just responded, or Chozo just added me as a friend. I'm like, yo, bro, Chozo is such a loser, right? If you start talking to him, even though he knows you don't like him, he will still start opening up. I guarantee it. And that's exactly what he did. And he told a whole different story about the phone situation that he did before. So, Max got that one. And then he burned them right afterwards. But so he got that one for me, and it was it was good. It was good. It was a good time.
He got docs on his stream. They posted his address and his picture.
Yes, he blamed Solvaring, aka Mr. Solomon, for doxing him because he posted a picture of him, or a picture of his house, because he lives close by, but he took it off of Google Maps. But he said that he swatted him too. I mean, the amount of, or swatted him, doxed him, the amount of times everybody, like, we all have doxed this man, but he's been doxed way before I even knew him. Like, he I guess everyone
his
knew
house
where he was.
that house is on Zillow. You can go to look at it right now. It's on Zillow.
Yeah.
But like, that's not doxing him at all.
So that's that one. I mean, that's Chozo one. It was cool. I mean, it was, that's how me and this female got to talking.
Wow, Anna, you've been catching strays. Is there everybody just come to you when they got problems? Anna, what's going on? You welcome them with open arms. I see.
Well, no, because like I said with Chozo, I didn't know, because like I said, that's why I had only seen a video of Sly one time back in the day when he made a video about one of his mods had talked to Cyrax. That was the only time I had ever known of Sly. So I like I said, even though I follow like a lot of these like locals like LTG and Phil, like I've been following them for years. I don't really get involved in the detractor spaces that much. So I didn't
Yeah.
know about anything else. So when Chozo came to me and said, "Can you please help me? I'm really getting bullied," because I can't stand people who bully people for literally no reason just because they're different. Like I hate that shit. So when I had mentioned something about that one day, he came to me and he said, "I'm getting bullied really bad by a group of people who just don't like me because I'm short and I'm black and I'm a virgin and I like kids' costumes." I really believed it because I mean, he is a short little weirdo virgin who likes to dress up in kids' costumes. So it was believable. But then when he started asking me to dox people and all that, I was like, no, I'm not doing all that. I was like, I'll try to help you, but I'm not doing all that stuff. And then when his story started not to make sense, that's when I reached out to other people and found it was all bullshit.
Yep. That was a good. Yeah, that was a good little arc we had. You know, that was a good time. That was a good time.
I was in the mix for no reason. They had sent me a VC. It was what's his name? Y'all just talked about him on a fucking therapy session. Kirby. He inboxed me out of nowhere, and they said, we all talking to them. Do you want to join?" I said, "Yeah," because I want to talk to Dargo because he was harassing me on Twitter and YouTube, just tagging me randomly. I'm at work and he tagging me in some bullshit on Twitter that I don't care about. So I told him like, "Bro, leave me the fuck alone if I really, because I don't look. I'll put this YouTube shit to the side, bro. We can really box it out." And he said, "I don't want to fight." All right, then go somewhere, man. Y'all like, what y'all bother me for?
Oh, I do remember that was a call. I wasn't. He wouldn't talk to me.
Dargo?
He wouldn't talk. Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't talk to me. He would talk to everyone, all of y'all, but he wouldn't talk to me.
Then you do. I thought you did a sit down with him.
Nah.
On your channel.
I talked with Dargo. Hell
yeah.
Nah.
Or you know what? I think he was in a VC with them. I think it was you, Will.
I was in a VC one time.
And all of them.
I was in a VC one time, but nah, she didn't sweep for him. She didn't sweep for him.
Because they was exposing him.
No, Chozo, as soon as I found out he was doing creepy shit, I dropped him that day.
Yeah. She dropped him. Actually, let me tell you something. Well, I guess we could tell this part because but at the time, you know, nah, never mind. I'll skip that. The only thing I did talk to Dargo once, but not on my stream. But I'm talking about the call Chronicle was in. I wasn't in there.
Yeah, no.
That was that one time. One time when he was reacting to it, I called in after he made me wait till like 12:30 at night, and then I called in. I'm talking about the one Chronicle was on. He wouldn't let me in. What was
I didn't even know that. That's crazy. You could have been in there too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't let me in. What was it? Chozo sweeping. You left them. Oh, we went to there was a stream, right? With Dogs. Shout out Dogs. And Dogs, A told us that she was going up there. Me and Will said we were gonna slide through. All right. I think I guess she thought we were just coming to the chat, but that's not, well, you know what's up when we rolling up. So we saw that the link was there. Or did you send? I don't know. Send it, or it might have been there. I'm not sure. But we got up in there. And,
because I told you and I talked to you and Will earlier that day, and I said, just so you guys know, Dogs asked me to do a stream with him later tonight, and I can almost guarantee Chozo will try to come up on it because he follows me around everywhere. So that I gave you guys the heads up.
It seemed like a lot of people follow you around. They coming at me just because I got you on. I'm talking to you.
Oh, listen, Red Ranger's a retard. He's upset because I had a stream clowning him. He came up mad that she's around. That's it.
Yeah, that's why Red came in.
Whole different story, but we're not talking about him. But the other Red was just because I was tormenting him for 3.5 hours. So
yeah, so I did a stream like a week before I was on yours. Clowning on Red for hours. So of course when he saw me up there on your stream that time, he got mad.
Yeah, like
he's been on a rampage.
I have to humble him real quick, bro. Like, watch out, bro. You a pedo.
The other one though, he's not gonna get no.
I'm not gonna argue with him.
He's not getting no air.
Yeah, I just want to say this one thing about Laz. I thought it was hold on. Yes, I can say what I want. The only thing I'm gonna say is I thought it was crazy how he said false rape allegations when Sly literally played on his stream all the screenshots of him threatening this, which I still have. So that's all I wanted to say.
True.
Well, where Ranger? Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
No, I was gonna say he just came out of nowhere. He kept saying him and Les said the same thing. I bet you won't let me join VC. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I don't want to talk to y'all. Like, what the point? Y'all gonna say the same shit in my ear that I'm saying in my chat. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, you don't want Red to join. All he does is just scream and scream and scream and scream and scream.
I saw that clip you sent me. Yeah, with Sly and him. Yeah, they was going off the rails, man. She was yelling at him in the background. His wife. I was like, wow, what a shit show. That was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, I sent you the stream. Yeah, he was going nuts. And then he's yelling at Sly. He's like, you woke my kid up. So Sly woke your kid up because you were in your own house screaming like a maniac.
That was a good time.
Sly was just trolling. He was trolling the entire time. And it was getting to him. Like, how was he not seeing through this? It just kept getting to him.
He's a retard.
But did you see how Sly would mute him for like 20 minutes and then unmute him and he'd still be in the middle screaming? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's why you can't bring Red up, because he just screams and screams and screams and screams. He doesn't even listen.
Okay, look, I'm going to ask both of y'all this, starting with King. So what do you think when it comes to the internet? Why do you think people are so so internet, like Discord VCs, drama, like just random shit to just stir up, especially on this side of YouTube? Because it's like it'd be one day everybody be chilling, next day somebody says something in VC and they got leaked, and now it's a whole thing. What do you think of the people like that just won't give this shit a break and go outside?
Okay, well,
when it comes to them like starting trouble, like the ones that stir trouble.
It depends, man, because I ain't going front, man. I kind of like the trouble. I like the drop. Look, if everyone just got along, the internet would be so boring, bro. No one would like it.
Why can't we get along?
I don't want anybody to get along. Everyone likes drama. As much as people want to act like they don't, you don't watch TV for like the kumbaya, let's love each other. No, I want drama. I want action. I want fights. Like, I hate I don't like when everyone's getting along. I want people upset. I like rapes. No, I'm just saying, like, I like things that I like turmoil, man. I like,
but who wants? You don't want to have a day where like everybody just chilling. We all in VC. Ha ha ha. How was your day?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to fireside chat always. I'll do that, whatever. But I know when I'm online, I want to fight with somebody. I don't want to be kumbaya. We could do that later. We can, off that. But like, if every day was like that, that'd be corny. Like, who wants to get along all day with everybody? I mean, I don't know. That's me. I'll own it. It
does bring good press, drama. I guess, because a lot of people be tuned into it. Honestly, I'm just saying, like, from like anybody really that just talk about drama a lot. It just brings a lot of people around that just want to hear each person's side of the story or whatever thing. So I mean, I guess that's the good thing about it. But I mean,
we can have just be friends. We can have these streams. Like, look, there's where we talk and laugh and whatever, have a good time.
Yeah.
But if everything was like this 24/7, please, it'd be boring.
Yeah, but it's easy for us who don't take it seriously. Like, some of us can get involved in and laugh at this internet drama and banter back and forth with people and not take it seriously. Like, when I get in a fight with someone online, I'm not losing sleep over it. I think it's funny. But there's some people who take it very seriously and get very upset over it. And that's when it becomes a problem for people.
Very gay. Like when Rich is like, when I was beefing with Officer Dickers, right?
Oh my God.
He kept saying this thing like, oh, I got him so mad. He's probably seething after it. Bro, no one is, I'm talking a 99% of the time after. Am I crying about what happened on stream when we're talking?
No, we're always laughing about it.
I mean, once I turn all this shit off, I'll go back to my life, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't dwell on this at all.
From 8 to 10, this is the show, and then once it's off, it's off.
Yeah, it's over with. I go back to being I'm
not like fighting with you on Twitter 24/7.
Yeah,
I'm not doing any of that. I might send a couple, get you all riled up, and then talk about it. but I'm not all day long. No, yeah, she should have said yes, AB. No, that would have been cap. She know I would call that out. I'm not getting mad at these people. You can't get me mad. Even the people that called, like, said about my kids, that didn't get me mad. I just didn't
It's
rock
all
with that
words on the
person.
internet. I mean,
Uh,
it's gonna
What?
be OD, but it's just words on the
What are you
internet.
on
End of the
about?
day.
Well, ho. What are you talking about?
That's the one thing that I don't want to
With
say it.
you. Yeah. But forget it. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
I was
Well, I
gonna
mean, you
say
already
that's
touched
the
on it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Anna.
no. I was gonna say that's the one thing that I've nothing like. What I was gonna say was I've all like when you asked me before, like what communities I started and all that.
Mm-hmm.
In most of those communities, people hated me, and I tell Sly this all the time. In most of those communities, I had tons and tons of people who hated me. Actually, Sly's audience is the first audience who, like, as a whole, is very nice to me as a whole
Big
because
ups,
most of
y'all.
them did not like me,
Big ups,
and
y'all.
and so I got into a lot of arguments with people in other communities and all that. But the one thing they did know how to push my buttons is with bringing up my kid. And that's the one thing that, like, you could bring up about me that I'm not just going to lay back about. That's the one thing I am going to fight back with you on.
That's just
You
people
know,
trying to
that's
get
one thing I
personal.
can't just hear. Yeah, I
You
can't. You
know,
can say
you
whatever you
can't
want
cut
about
it off.
me. Like these people have called me ugly, disgusting, every name in the book, like broke down my looks, told me how disgusting I am from every point of view. Like none of that bothers me. I laugh at all that. I had
Trans.
this one person who was like stalking me. When I would go on a stream with my camera on, they would take a picture of me laughing and zoom in on my teeth, and then they made like 10 profiles of that on all different social medias called Gap Tooth Annabella. Like these people
Wow.
have done nuts stuff to me, and I thought it was all funny. I didn't care. But the one thing that will get me worked up is if you talk about my kid, because if you're going to talk about someone's kid, you're like bottom of the barrel. Like you are really the most disgusting human being ever, because the kids are innocent in this. You should never bring up someone's kids unless it's relevant to the situation. But besides that, if you're just fighting with someone, you never bring up their kid. So that's the one thing that will get me angry and get me fighting with someone.
Yeah.
Leave the kids
Yeah.
out of
I
it,
try to.
man.
Yeah, I know. I try to tell. I mean, but there's no. And I get it. We it's different, but I understand why. But we're not gonna get into. But I get it. And you know what? That's just some people got a different response to it. But for the most part, you're gonna have to do something crazy to me for me to get out of my body about something like. Because I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of getting me mad. I'm not gonna give it to you because that's what you're looking for. So I just won't. Like I'm around people like these retards. Actually, by the way, I guess I'll say this right now. Tomorrow and Miss Kara, you should like this. Get ready. Tomorrow we'll be doing a stream on random retard Spurg that I've been attacking for about I don't know how many months now. His name is Odin. Nobody knows who it is. His name is Ryan. We know who he is. He's a stuttering loser who dates a fat slob. So all day tomorrow we'll be cooking him and his fat wife. So make sure you
Oh
tune
my
in.
goodness.
7:30 p.m. The boy will be outside. We're gonna be talking about Odin and his fat wife. We're
Oh,
gonna.
speaking of him, and Miss Kira will know, perfect example. He's someone in another community that I have fought with many a times. And one of the times we were fighting, he went on about 5 different streams and called me a bad mom. And every stream he went on, he was asked, "Why would you call her a bad mom? She seems to be a very good mom." And he said, "Because she had a kid out of wedlock. Anyone who has a kid out of wedlock is a shitty parent." That was
Stupid.
his
That's
that was his
every
argument for me being a bad parent, because and which, by the way, I'm not with my son's dad anymore because he cheated on me. Not that that makes any difference, but it's like I didn't choose to be a single mom is my point. You know what I mean? So his whole argument of that I'm a bad mom because I had a kid out of wedlock is ridiculous. Tons of people had their
yeah,
kids out of wedlock and are still good parents.
yeah. I mean, it's just a ring on your finger. That's it.
Who
Yeah.
cares about that? I mean, and who I don't. I don't even want to get into it because I'm gonna start talking. Never mind. Believe it be.
You wanna leave it
But
be?
that was his whole argument. He went on like 5 different panels calling me a bad mom, and that was his whole argument for it. She had a kid out of
Okay.
wedlock, so she's
Okay.
inherently a bad mom for that. That was his whole argument.
Good riddance, and fucking loser.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we're almost to an hour. Y'all guys been chopping it up. I do want to ask y'all one more question.
Make it good. Make it count.
Okay. It's nothing
Alright.
trolling. It's just a general question. So let's
Okay.
say you, King, you, Anna, Bonnie and Clyde, y'all ride or die.
Yeah.
Y'all robbing banks.
We outside.
Y'all,
with it.
you know, making up drug deals, cartels. Everybody got a price on y'all head.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get caught by like, the FBI or whatever, and y'all both take it to trial. Y'all lose
We holding
trial.
court in the street. Go ahead.
Y'all lose trial, and y'all both get sentenced to death.
Damn.
But
Off
okay,
a bank robbery?
no, it was multiple
Okay.
things, not just that. It was multiple things,
alright.
larceny, all type of shit.
Okay.
So they
Rob,
say, we're gonna do Anna first. Anna, they say you get to have four more, like your 4 last things to eat, like your favorite meals of all time. They like have 4 of them. So before they sent you to death, what would be your 4 last meals?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Never
It's
gonna.
funny you asked that. Sly will never be able to answer this because Sly doesn't eat. You know that about Sly? He doesn't
Oh
eat
my
food.
You don't
God.
eat, so you be fasting?
No. I just eat the same thing.
Yeah,
It's easy for
he eats
me.
the same thing every day. He don't eat. I'm always the one every time we're on the phone, I'm talking about everything I'm eating all day long. Like I love to eat. Like people in his comments make jokes about it. How I'm always door dashing. So that's easy for me. Jeez. Some type of pasta dish, sushi,
That's 2.
tacos,
That's 3.
BBC.
and what did you say? Ew.
That's
You say
3.
BBC? And a steak. Those are my 4.
Oh, BBC and a steak.
And a
Okay.
steak.
My
Okay.
That's what she said. I'm just respecting it.
Okay,
Whatever.
King, go ahead. What would you have? Your last 4.
He can't answer this. He doesn't eat.
I would
Like from childhood to now, like something in your childhood you probably liked,
Mm.
or growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dig Dash. Yep. So it's a sick service. Probably. I like spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's 1.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Ooh, that's 2. That's a good one too.
That counts as 1. That's his spaghetti dish.
Jesus Christ! All right, fine. Take the spaghetti off. I'll just
What
put
about
fettuccine.
buffalo wings?
Okay,
You're from
wait.
Buffalo.
You
You
took
like
this.
wings?
Wait. You take a spaghetti off, so we back to 1.
We're back to fettuccine Alfredo. I don't really like wings.
You said you
I
just went
said
on this whole thing about how you're from Buffalo and you're like a wing connoisseur.
Yeah, don't tell me that what goes good with them. The ranch is not going good with wings, is my point. I don't really like chicken wings that much, but I will say white pizza. I like white, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me too.
See, I like my never mind. White pizza. Bruh, I don't know, man.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, at midnight, soggy. That's what I like.
And
In the
your
Easter
ground beef
basket.
with rice that you eat every day.
Ground turkey. See, I eat every day. You don't even know. I like ground turkey with rice. Or no, ground chicken. Now I'm lying. Ground chicken with rice.
Okay.
And damn son. Why am I lying? How am I lying? This is all facts what I'm saying.
He doesn't eat. Y'all don't understand this. Like I can eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and I do all day. I eat like crazy, and because I don't gain no weight from it. Like I have a fast metabolism.
I
I
don't gain
eat
weight either. I don't gain weight.
Fried
all,
chicken.
yeah, I eat all day, every day. So I'm always eating all this stuff all day. I'm constantly hungry. Sly, he eats egg whites in the morning, and then he eats his ground chicken and rice, and that's it. Every single day, he eats nothing else.
Sly,
This boy does not eat.
Are you picky when it comes to food?
Nah, it's just look. I was a fat slob that should have killed myself. a long time ago, about a year and a half ago, right? Slovenly, should have been shot. And I don't want to be that way anymore. So I was on a diet or whatever, and I just got used to eating the same thing because I knew how many calories it was in and what I had to do throughout the day so I lose weight.
Okay.
So I just never switched it. You know what I mean? But here and there I'll eat, like I had pizza. I'll switch, but most of the 98% of the time it's the same thing. But I'll deviate from my mission. But yeah, that's why she's saying that.
Okay. Cool.
But she is speaking of which, that makes sense. Hey, you should look up what's it called? Hold on. Because one of your choices goes good actually. There's a whole day toward.
Well, when you live with me, that's all gonna stop. You're gonna start eating different foods.
True.
Not the same thing every day. I'd kill
Um,
myself if I ate the same thing every day.
He was watching his weight with it, so it's like,
Yeah, but I get that, but you could eat different meals that still like have your protein and like the
maybe like a
low
keto
carbs
diet.
and
I
all
don't know.
that.
no,
He eats the same
No keto
thing
diet?
every single day
No keto.
You should one of her.
because he
You know
can't
what
cook.
it is? That's a
You
fact. I
can't
can't.
cook?
March 14th is AB's favorite day.
Why?
No, I'm just saying. If you want to look it up, you figure it out. March 14th. That's your day.
Was
March.
that BBC Day or something?
I don't give a fuck who.
Oh my god.
Just
Close.
kidding.
Oh wow! I looked it up. Wow.
Well, I'm just saying. That's whatever. That's what I. Hey, look at she likes it. I love it. You feel me? I mean, it's steak and knobber day.
Wow.
So boom. Yeah, I that's it. So that's why I be, I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle because I never want to go back to being slovenly. Why is everyone laughing and leaving dead faces? To what I
Because
just
they
said?
all looked it up.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god!
didn't
I'm
know that
trying
was
like
a
March.
day.
What?
How did you know that was a day, Sly?
Huh?
How'd you know that was a day?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was
How'd
a
you know about
thing.
Steak and BJ Day?
Okay, I'll tell you. Because everybody knows what my favorite show is. Is what? What is it? Favorite show? Wow.
Breaking Bad?
Anna, you should know this. Breaking Bad.
Wow. That
I
is
like
one of my
Breaking
favorites.
Bad.
But watch, the chat's gonna know.
Sons of Anarchy?
It's gonna look crazy. What's my favorite show, chat? Gang,
Oh, Jersey Shore.
What? Wow.
Jersey Shore. Oh, wow, really?
Wow. I do love that show.
Snicky?
Come on.
I don't
BJ.
know them. Those are my three guesses.
Come on. I talk about it every time. So, well, look at Max is being funny. He said The Office because he knows it's TBS. Look
Oh,
at
my
MFU.
Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys.
Everybody
Trailer Park
knows.
Boys.
Trailer Park Boys. Yes.
Yeah, Trailer Park
Yes.
Boys.
So the Trailer Park Boys, and I watched the podcast, and they were talking about, he's like, well, you know about Valentine's Day, but do you know about Steak and Knobber Day? And they're like, what's Steak and Knobber Day? And it's like Steak and Blowjob Day. I'm like, what? So that was the first time I ever heard of it. That's how I found out about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
Peppa Pig's actually my favorite. I like to get off batch to Peppa. Go ahead and talk about your
Yeah. MF YouTube Watcher got it. He got it first.
I know.
Okay,
I
well,
mean, you were right. No, Breaking Bad is my favorite.
Anna, what are your favorite shows? Let's be on the subject. Or movies.
Black Man.
I really.
Black.
What? No, I like well, I'd say if you're gonna go with like the trashier reality shows, I like a lot of those. Like I like Love and Hip Hop. I love Jersey Shore. I love Bad Girls Club. But I also like a lot of shows like Sons of Anarchy and like Yellowstone and all that. But Bad Girls Club is like one of my top favorites. I've watched every season of that.
Do you know about Zeus?
Like the nigga channel? Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah, I watch baddies on there.
Wow, Bree be over here watching. She'll come over here and cook and start putting that shit on. I'm like, what the hell? She's feeling his fighting and shit.
It's a lot of nigga.
Yeah, I watch baddies on there.
Of course you
Wow.
do. She loves the Zeus.
Yeah, I always likes to say I'm into the N-word nonsense. That's what he always tells me.
The nice
They
nonsense.
be doing punches too. They don't hold back.
Yeah, they're horse. They're horse. Okay. They're
You wouldn't watch
trash.
Baddies or BGC with me?
I've watched it. I know what you're talking about, and yes, I will. Of course, I
Yeah,
would.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it with Brie.
And you know, after that, we go watch Jersey Shore again for the 90s.
You like Natalie Nunn?
Yeah,
Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah,
I do know who Natalie Nunn is.
her head is shaped
Yes.
like a moon, like a crescent.
Like she looks like Crimson Chin.
She be getting beat up. I always see clips of her getting beat up at the reunions.
I know.
She is
Me
a
too.
trashy woman. She looks like she was hitting the head with a shovel. You know what she reminds me of? Mama J. Like the chin of Mama J.
Yeah,
No,
you're
no, no.
right.
Look up,
Yeah,
She
she got
does.
like a chin
look
of
up
an
Mac
elbow.
tonight. Look up chat. Look up Mac tonight. That's what she remind me of. Look up Mac tonight.
That's funny.
That's what she. That's what she remind me of. Look up Mac tonight. Y'all will see. But we reached an hour, so I mean, if y'all want to keep going, or if y'all got some closing statements, what y'all want to do?
That's hey, she does. Yeah, she's the Crimson Chin for real. She's the Crimson Chin Bowl.
Yes.
That nigga chin.
I don't know. I'm good. I think we got our bars off. I mean, I don't know what else you want to
Yeah.
talk about.
What you got going on stream wise? What you got going on?
I'm just gonna cook one of her friends, and then whatever happens after
Not
that.
my friend.
I have.
Someone who calls me a bad mom is not my friend. Don't
I
say
know.
that.
I know. Jesus Christ. Never mind. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cook a fatty, and then I got something else I want to watch. I found this. Someone made a doc about something that I'm very interested. Oh,
Wings.
all right. Reaper has asked a question. I feel like we should answer.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Chat, if y'all want to do a Q&A real quick, we could do that. If y'all want to ask Anna King or me some questions while we wrap this up, y'all can.
All right. Can we get?
Oh yeah, did you know Chronicles that when Sly shared out your link tonight in his servers, he said y'all come join Chronicles stream. We're about to debate anal versus vaginal, me and AB.
What the fuck?
So
I didn't see that.
I mean, you
You
want to have a
did.
debate? Let's go. Hey, what's your status on?
So what's
vaginal?
anal or
Did you-
vaginal?
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said, "Yo, we live over on Chronicle stream. Me and AB, we're about to debate anal versus vaginal."
Wow. I didn't
Which
know
one we
that.
doing? Which one we doing?
What are you saying? Like, what's your preference, or like what?
Yeah. What's your preference?
Oh, of course,
What
vaginal.
do you mean?
AB.
Yeah, every female's preference is going to be the V before the A. Are you kidding
Why?
me?
It's painful, right? When it get
Nah.
Because
she's a G.
because unlike you males, we don't have stuff in our rectum that makes that feel good. So of
Yeah.
course we prefer the vaginal. Y'all are the ones who have that, not us.
So yeah. Okay. So what are you choosing though? What are you choosing though? A.
I just told you. I said the
didn't mean
V
to
over
say
the
your
A.
name. I'm talking about Chronicle. What are you choosing?
I'm choosing vaginal, man. I don't go anal.
Oh, you're gay, bro. You are gay.
I've never
bro.
done it before. With no female, it's always been the V.
With men? Oh.
No,
Wait.
what?
Seems like you said I never did it with no female. So I'm like
Like
okay,
no
well, you did
female
it with
me.
men.
We've never practiced
Practiced.
the anal. No, I'm more
You never.
I'm more a vaginal
practiced?
man. I'm sorry.
Like we were running scrimmages.
It was one girl.
mean?
No. It was one girl that we almost did it, but no, it didn't work
We
out.
almost.
What do you mean?
What? I'm just trying to figure out your words. Like first it sounds like you were with a guy. Now you're saying that we almost did it. Who's we?
No.
Who's we?
Me and the girl. Why would I do it with a dude?
No. You said there was a girl that we almost did it with. I'm
He means
asking
him and the girl.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, I'm thinking you had a squad with you, like you were about to jump
No. I've never done that either. No. That's wild. That's wild. I mean, I wouldn't mind a threesome with another girl, two girls. Please, thank you.
You never jumped one off.
No, bro. What are you trying to insinuate?
Yeah, I've talked about that with Sly. I said no threesomes with another man. That's never happening.
Oh,
that's the truth. She did say that. She shut it down, but she
She shut it down as if you requested
I
it.
almost got in a
I never.
threesome with my 2 coworkers, but they wanted to do it, and I forgot what they want. They're like, "Oh hell no, I'm not doing that." Because the one girl, she liked it everybody, to be honest, and the other girl was kind of like bisexual. She's like, "Oh yeah, we can." Cause we was in my car smoking, and she said, "Oh, we can get what's her name?" I'm like, "Okay, bet." But she couldn't choose a location, so it ended up not happening. So
Word. That's what's up.
I was almost there. We just needed a location. We didn't have a location.
She
So,
couldn't choose a location.
yeah.
Could have picked, the ground at that point, gang.
Yeah.
What location you needed. But anyway, I feel you, though. A triple threat match, yeah. All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to go with the A because everyone else is going
Why
with
that?
B
Why
with that
though?
one.
Why? Why is so mainstream for you?
Mainstream.
You're lying. He's lying.
He gotta be. He gotta be trolling.
He's lying.
He gotta be trolling.
He is. You think I wouldn't know that? Of course he's trolling.
You going to introduce Sly to that indie drug dealer? Oh, Schedule 1? Sly, I don't think you play games, do you? You should make a Sly Plays or King Sly Plays channel.
I do have a gaming channel. No, I don't. I lied.
You tried, didn't you? I think you did. You did a few
never
gaming
tried.
streams.
I did
Yes,
do
you did.
that's not trying, but I played games while I talked about like pedophiles and stuff. Yeah.
Well, you
I do
said,
wanna play
I
Schedule
remember
1,
you
though.
said, I'm going to see how this works out. Like you were going to try it out.
Yeah, I did. I tried one time. Well, no, a couple times. I played Pal World. I played Elden Ring. I played God of War. I played Call of Duty a lot. I did a couple streams, but then I made a second channel, and that was what was gonna do. I was gonna do it over there, but I never had the chance because you know what? Maybe now since she's dead, maybe now would be. Yo, I gotta put my business in the street, Reaper.
suck that Elden
Maybe
Ring,
now
bro.
might be a good time to start doing that. Who knows?
Yeah, for
'Cause
maybe
things
for the
are-
summer.
I'm about to just start sending AB out here to like catfish these dudes and get them to like spill their guts, and then we just expose them.
Yeah, Reaper, I was going to say you tried to play Elden Ring. That was it.
What do you mean tried? I did good.
Okay, you did play Elden Ring. That's the only one I remember seeing.
Yeah, I play Call of Duty a lot.
Will we see a King Sly Plays in the future? Maybe
Yeah,
with Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Y'all
love
could
to
play
make that.
them It Takes Two and that new game that just came out that's 2 player. Y'all could play that on stream.
You know what? Maybe we could do that.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is 2 players. Y'all could play that.
Nah, I'm not playing it.
No GTA?
But I'll do.
Why?
I'll play. No, I'm just kidding.
That's one of my
I'll do,
favorite games.
I know. We could do that, but now we could do this chain together, whatever it's called. Oh, that's on computer though, right? That's on PC.
Yes, PC. Yeah. No.
Yeah, she don't have.
Oh, yeah. I just talking about that where they chain together. Yeah, that's PC. That's PC. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
Cal,
yeah.
she be playing games. We just don't.
Yeah,
She plays
Cal,
games.
stop it. I have a son. Of course I've been playing all those games.
Fortnite, COD, all that.
You don't have a
all
PC,
that.
AB?
Nah.
No, I have a PS5 and a Switch.
Well, GTA 6 come out next year, so you can cop that. You could play that on
We
stream.
copping it. We will.
Y'all both could play.
Trust
That'd
me.
be cool. Both of y'all play GTA 6
Yeah.
together. That'd be cool as hell.
I'll be the dude. I'll be the girl. She'll be the dude.
Yeah.
Switch it up, throw it out. Yeah, you know. But yeah, nah. At the end of the day, anal overview. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, nah, I ain't got nothing else, bro. Absolutely
Y'all
not.
done?
I'll never. I got nothing else for you, gang. No, I'm out of. I don't know what else.
I mean, no,
we.
we good then.
What you got though? You got anything else you
I
want to say before we
mean,
leave? You got any good
Anna?
questions? Burning questions.
Anna, you got
I'm
anything?
sad that Max's debate got canceled tonight.
Oh yeah.
I was asking him.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask him like, is your debate with Chill gonna be at the same time on my Chronicle stream? But I guess that got canceled.
He was supposed
Very
to.
sad.
He was supposed to debate Tails, but Tails he canceled last minute. So I
Good.
talked to Tails. So
Good.
everybody want to see
Tails not
Will,
to do it.
man. Honestly, they just want
Yeah,
to see
he's
him and
being a
Will.
punk.
Yes, Max.
Max,
Come
come
on.
on, bro. Come on, do it.
No,
Max, if you
afraid.
can't, Max, I've never done it before. Max, if you can't, hop in the VC. And
No,
no.
he's not coming in.
Oh yeah, Max. We'll stand if you come up and
No,
talk.
right now you said
Come
no.
on.
Yeah, what's up?
He's not coming up here. There's just no point. He's never gonna come up here.
Everybody want to see the Will v Max, but Max just won't give the green light.
See you, Ms. Q.
No green light. But But yeah, no,
Max?
we're done. This
You were supposed to be debating chill right now, so I know you're free. You could come up.
He's never coming up here.
Yeah,
He
because
won't
he's
come up.
scared he's gonna get ambushed. He's
Yeah,
all
I know. He's
paranoid.
afraid. He's like a
I
feral
mean, y'all
cat.
can moderate. Y'all
He
don't gotta
won't.
worry about that.
No, because he thinks as soon as he steps in here, I'm gonna ring Will, and that's why he's
Yeah.
afraid.
Yes.
He's chicken shit. Now he probably won't talk. Watch. Stop talking.
Or he'll just say SMH.
Max, say that.
Yeah.
I don't even see Slide doing that to you like that. If you really just trying to, because everybody want to hear your opinion on pretty much everybody that's gunning at you, man. So I don't think he'll just interrupt it by bringing.
Look at. Oh, this is what's funny, right? And we're not gonna get hung up on the autism, but I'm gonna enjoy it for just a second because I saw he decided this is the rationale of Max, right? I can't talk to Will with my voice because he's autistic, right? That's the dumb narrative he's running with. But I'll fight him. So I'll punch an autist in his face, but I won't talk to an autist. What sense does that make? Tell me how those two things track. So you can't talk to one, but you could fight one. Which the fight was Cap. All you did was talk about it in the chat. It's not offering anybody. No one set up anything. It was an offhanded comment of, oh, I'll fight you. But he'll fight him, but he won't talk to him. But you really want me to believe that you'd fight him. Stop playing. Listen, Arch, nobody would have known he was autistic. Nobody would have known unless he said it. Not a single soul would have known. He's only now using it as an excuse. And Max is autistic. So, I mean, I don't even know what we're talking about. Can we stop beating around the bush, though? Like, why are we acting like Max is not autistic? He's autistic.
Oh, I thought he was.
I just feel like they should really just get it out the way because it's gonna be
He's
gonna always
autistic
get brought
too.
up. It's gonna always get brought up. It's gonna always.
Of
That's
course
the thing with it. That's the thing with Max that bothers me is if you're gonna say stuff about Will, then you should be willing to go head to head with him.
2 years
I mean,
he's been talking
yeah.
about it. 2
Me
years.
and Will got into a big yelling fight, and I was fine, and we made up totally fine.
Yeah, I talked to
Max,
you. I didn't really.
Hold on. Do you see how A has said you were autistic? I'm saying you're autistic. Max, you are so close to autistic. Nobody gets stuck in these loops, right? You are dog. You are autistic. It's fine though. I don't care because most of the internet is. That's why I didn't understand why you kept saying it. It's like almost like Will's racist for saying nigger because he's black though, and like that's how dumb. That's autism speaking. That's how I knew from that point on. I'm like, oh, he's autistic, which is fine because most people online are autistic.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, most of the people in the space are. So I just assumed he was because of the loops he likes to go on.
It's really surprising though. I didn't really know
that he's not autistic. See what I mean? How we're all surprised, like. Bro,
not
you talk
an insult,
about
Max. A lot of people in the space
just
are
in
autistic.
general. Yeah, in general, I didn't realize a lot of people that troll Dill had autism. Like I did not know.
Yeah, they do.
This many people.
Mad people have autism. Look at.
Yeah.
He talks about Duty, Riley, of course. White women.
White women.
What? HRH.
Snort.
Will Snort Hogan. And
Lynx.
it's just Lynx, and it's just a cycle repeats itself. It's like it's the
007.
007. It's the same loop. That's autistic. That's obsessive. That's hyper focused on the same group of the Lion's Den. You'll see that. There's a lot of reoccurring words.
That's why I thought he was. That's why I thought he was because of the looping over that. But I didn't think anything of it because, like I said, a lot of people in the space are.
Yeah, mad people are autistic. So when he's like, oh, I can't talk to him because he has autism, when you have it, it's like, huh? You have autism. I don't know why you are like, oh yeah. And then the Prince So thing. Oh, by the way, I'll make it known now. Max has been de-wrenched from my channel. I took his wrench away. I snatched his wrench away. And I snatched it away for this reason, right? Because for the longest, he told me he would debate Prince So, right? He told me I would debate Prince So and I'd debate Tails. He ducked Prince So or Tails, and then he tells me yesterday I won't talk to Prince So over by you anymore. Oh no, that was the last fade he was ducking from me. So I ripped his fucking wrench away from him.
I told Sly he's
I-
not going to debate Prince So on your channel because he's going to
He's
think you're going to
been
ambush him.
saying it for months. Everybody has heard him say he would do it. You know what? I almost set up him and Rich, and he said, oh, "Okay." I almost set up him and Rich. He was all right with. It was only up until this recent thing. Like he just like turned into a. Yeah, he ran out of fades, bro. He just ran out of fades, and I just couldn't. I can't be around someone that has ducked every single fade in America. Like I can't. I just can't have it. I can't get jiggy with that. How am I supposed to rock with that? You've ducked 90,000 fades, bro.
That VC with us, that'd have been perfect. We was all in there on your channel.
Well, I don't know if Chronicles knows this, but yeah, Max had asked me if I would run a gay up on Will for him.
Yeah. I think King talked about that in that
Yeah,
when he was all in
to
that VC.
try to
Yeah,
get Will caught up.
yeah, he talked about that.
And I
yeah.
said that would never work because
That's when I
I
said
don't think
Max
at the time he knew that me and Will had fought in the past, and Will's would never be into me like that. Will's got a girl, so that would never work.
That's why I said Max a demon when he first said it. I'm like, damn, Max is a demon for that one.
He's like, and you know what I said, because I'm like, oh, he's reaching out to you. You know what? You know, he's probably one of the, going in for the kill. You feel me? He's gonna put the
Max has always been respectful. He's never flirted with me. He's never done anything like that. He's always been respectful.
And I give him his respect, because after he found out, he came to me and was like, yo, my bad, I didn't know.
Okay.
And he respected that, so I'll give him his respect. Just because I give Max a hard time doesn't mean like I can't, I can still show. I still think he's a punk for ducking all these fades. I don't respect that, but I will always respect the fact that he'll just take his lumps and just show back up the next day. So I respect that.
Yeah, he does.
You can't deny that. The man will get punched in his mouth and come right back to the block. So he, you know what I mean? I can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta,
like you could tell Max what it is and how you feel, and it can involve a bunch of insults towards him, and he'll disagree, but he'll still come back and not hold it against you.
Mm-hmm. He will. He just comes right back to the block. You know what I mean? So that's it. I guess all I got, my brother.
That's all you got? Okay, Anna.
That's all I got, man.
Anna,
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. This is my 20th, so I'm glad I did get both of y'all. This is my 20th pod episode I've done on this channel thus far.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, probably gonna take a break after this one. I don't know yet, because I start my third job I think next week. So I'm be busy as fuck. Yeah, I got 3 jobs.
Jesus Christ.
Because I'm a locksmith technician. I meant to talk about that, but it's too late. Shit, I'm about done too. But yeah, it's a bunch of crazy shit with that one. But it makes good money. So
I think your 21st. I think your 21st should be a Max part 2.
Oh my Christ.
But
I think that would be good.
If Max is willing to do that, I guess. I mean, if he got my DM, he can always reach out. But everybody wants to see him v Will, but we'll never see it.
Everyone would watch that though. If you did a Max part 2 and asked him about all this, we'd all be tuning into that one.
I don't think so. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I would watch.
To the chat, with the 3 jobs, bro, I manage all 3 of them, bro. I mean, I get paid like literally every week. From Monday through Friday, I'm making money. The locksmith shit, that's pretty much be my own boss type of thing. Cause they send me orders. Somebody locked out their house. Somebody locked out their car. I knock that out. I make damn that $300, whatever. I can do that anyway, any day I want to. And then my main job when I go live, sometimes y'all see me walking around. That's pretty much that's my other job. And then my third job I just got, they did my background check, that cleared. So I'm just waiting on my start date, and I'm pretty sure it's next week. So I manage all 3 of them, and trust me, I can still come home and chill, smoke, go live, and chill. Pause, big pause. Ask Tails again, Max, bro. He said no.
Yeah, it's over, dog.
He said no.
It's not. If you're not eating off my block, then you're not eating that one. That's over. I told you.
Ask Tails again.
No, now he's in the loop. Now he's in the loop. See? Now he's in the artist loop. Now Tails is gonna be thrown in there now. Great. Now he's in there. No, it's over. I told you. I gave you all the work. I had every single one of your ops lined up.
He did.
No one ever gets that. No
did.
one ever has somebody. I've never had that happen. And you ducked them all at once. I've never seen that. A super duck.
Yeah.
That was crazy, Max. That was sick, bro. That was nasty, nasty work. I've never seen that in my life. Someone super ducked everybody at once. That's crazy.
He said X. I was like, I'm not, honestly, I'm gonna just leave your toes alone when it comes to that.
No, you're not
drama
debating anyone nowhere. I'm shutting it all down
'Cause I
every
don't
time
wanna-
you want one.
I wanna
If
be a
you're
part
not
of
eating
that.
off my block, nowhere.
Maybe, I don't know. He said he got him blocked. Maybe you unblock him, Max, and talk to him. Or when he go live, go to his stream and ask him. Like, let's do a debate to
Nope.
Chronicles. Boom. And if you want to do it like that, boom.
Nope. Nope. And anywhere Max shows up, Chronicle's gonna call me because I'm showing up. I'm not letting you eat. I'm not letting you eat. Nope. I won't. I'll chase you all around this net. Nope. Nope. I'm not letting you get away from me. No. I'm not letting you go. You're gonna be a man today, boy. You are gonna be a man today. These words. Nope. I shut it down, Max. I shut it down. I told you that. Remember last time when you tried to do the podcast and I shut it down? I canceled it.
Oh, he said Tails ain't blocked. Well, then look.
No, it's over. I shut it down.
Because he said like
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Nope. I told Tails not unless I'm there. He's not eating off that.
I mean,
Nope.
you can
And he
always
said, "All right, bet."
y'all, you could be both of y'all. It don't matter.
Yeah, okay. Never end. How's that podcast, the Snow Bunny John going for you?
Oh, does Chronicles know about that?
Oh, y'all started that?
Max wanted to make a Snow Bunny podcast.
Oh, what, you?
Yeah.
With me, Riley, this girl he has a crush on, and then a third white girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was finna riz y'all up. That's crazy.
No,
I didn't know that. He was finna riz them up.
I shut it down and you wouldn't understand. I said I'm never.
Yeah, he
okay
said
in that.
Sly ruined his idea.
Yeah. And now I stole his idea because he's the one that made people sitting with each other in front of microphones.
I thought y'all was cooking up a podcast together.
Who, me and A?
Yeah.
No. No.
I was watching that live stream. It's called The Swirl or some shit. I know what y'all. Look. Yeah. You got watching that.
Oh, the Scrubcast.
The Scrubcast.
Yeah,
right?
you did say.
I was watching that. I was
the
literally doing my
swirl
locksmith.
cat, yeah.
I was doing my locksmith and shit in my car, chilling, waiting for my payment. I was watching y'all stream. I was
Nope.
like, Swirlcast, what?
Yeah, Sly, you did say that.
I did. We should the Swirlcast. I forgot about that. You're right. No, we should. We're gonna have to make a swirl channel. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Swirl ganger.
Well, that all started because I said to Sly, I said, do you know there's a whole genre of content online of like swirl content? And he was like, are you serious? I was like, yes. There's literally channels that's like hashtag swirl couples, hashtag swirl content, just all about interracial couples. It's so weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's swirl content. So now we're gonna do a swirl channel. We'll talk a life is swirls. You feel me? The swirl life is different. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I think we should start the Swirlcast. What do you think?
I say y'all do it. It sounds like a good idea. It's funny. Y'all could talk about whatever y'all talk about. Y'all could do a
white and black skin.
How better do you know? Like my favorite food, favorite stuff like that. I'm just throwing ideas out for you. Bro.
Oh, I'm laughing at the Swirlcast. It's just hilarious.
The name is so funny.
That's what I was saying. It's funny.
Yeah, but then maybe that's why Max says you're stealing his idea.
Why? Because he made white women and swirl content? What are you talking about? No.
Well, he wanted to manage the Snow Bunny podcast.
He's never been. He doesn't know anything about that lifestyle. Okay. He only knows
Max only likes ice queens, he said.
Stop talking. Don't. And I'm mad too that he stole that from LTG, and I didn't know that for this long.
Yeah, you didn't know that? LTG is the one who said ice queen.
I never ever, because I know no real nigga ever said ice queen.
Yeah,
like,
I never heard ice
internet
queen.
loser type. Yeah, because no one says that. It's like a person that's never even been with a girl says ice queen. So I was like, it could have been Max. But until I found out that it was LTG that did it, and I'm like, wow, you stole from a groomer and you brought it to my house. You brought pedophilia to my house? Wow. Because not a single soul ever says Ice Queen. Nobody.
You also don't like how he calls Hispanic women mamacitas.
Yeah, but you know what? You want to know why? Because that's what they call on porn. They call them mamacitas. That's how I know he's a gooner too. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting all around. He's got gooner type talk, and he brought pedophilia to my house. Like it's just a lot of things that I'm not cool with, and I didn't know that. Nobody calls them ice queens. You know who calls them? People that have never even been around a white girl in their life, besides passing them in the street. Nobody has ever in life called them. It's always been Snow Bunny since the beginning of time.
So King, do you think Max can redeem himself by talking to certain people that he got a problem with?
Oh, yeah, if he talks to Will, he could totally redeem himself. I'm just saying, bro. You've talked about him for 2 years and now you're afraid of him. It's just a weird dynamic, bro. It's like where'd you think he caught autism on a train or something? Like what happened? Like if he's been autistic, he's been autistic. That's such a stupid. That's why I'll never accept it. So you were fine trolling him for 2 years, the autist, but you can't talk to him. Like that's just because now he has autism. I mean, yeah, you're just a punk. I mean, that's where you're just gonna reside as a punk. That's it. You're afraid. And I told you, I already let the streets know. I put the word out, Max. No one talks to you unless I'm around. The streets are lit. I'm telling you, you don't talk to nobody unless the boy's outside. I'm telling you. You did it for 2 years. You don't do it now because you ducked them, but you did it for 2 years, which is fine.
Well,
right, I'm not
like
sitting here talking to Max all night. The streets is, I'm telling you, he's iced out. He's iced. The streets is done for him. And no one will talk to you unless I'm around. That's it. The streets is that. Ask him. Go ask Prince O. Go ask Tails. I guarantee it. Go ask Will. The streets is dead out here until I'm outside. No one eats B. No one eating off that. It's over. That's all. Will. Them two. It's over. Nobody want. Who else? No, nothing else. Man. Oh, Chill. That I'm telling you, the streets is dead out here, dog. It's over. The Chill killed that. Tails murdered that. Prince O, nope. No one's letting you talk unless I'm outside. That's it. And that's what you put me in this position. I'm gonna show you.
I just don't respect the Will thing because I mean, me and Will have gone head to head before yelling at each other. So it's like, and then we made up and we're cool right after. So if I could do it, Max could do it too.
Just like that girl that was on King's panel. Using Christopher Tales and all of them. But it's not like everything worked out.
Oh, Aubrey. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Lynch.
Yeah, Aubrey.
No, Aubrey, when they was all in there. But Max, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. If that's
maybe I'll free up the block.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Try it. Try it, Max. Good luck. Good luck.
Well, look, if I don't know who channel he want to do it on, but Max, theoretically speaking, if you do get, let's say, Tails agrees and you say I only want to do it on my channel, I'm gonna get King. I'm gonna let him know so he can be in there too.
Yep. I'm just letting you know you're not eating off this block unless it doesn't have to be on my channel, but I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah, because it sounds like he don't want to do it on your channel.
No, because he's afraid. That's why he wants to do it where not so many people will see his retarded takes. That's what his plan is. That's what. He's like, that's why he wants.
He's afraid he's going to get ambushed. That's why he's afraid he's going to get ambushed.
And this is how retarded he is. Don't tell him though that like when you do a live stream, people are welcome. Do you not think that I'm going to blast it all over the place? So everybody that knows you're afraid, I'm going to bring them here. I will restream it, so everybody will see it. So you will never run away from this. And then everyone's going to see Will's a racist because he said nigger once. Okay. Oh, you can. All right.
Yeah, he said my channel. So whenever y'all get in contact, just let me know.
I'm biased. Yeah, me. I'm Mr. Bias. That's me.
Yeah, he claimed that Sly is Will's hype man.
Mm-hmm. Watch this. All right, this is my last thing, and then I gotta go for real. All right, why am I biased, Max? Let me hear it. Because you like somebody. This is what it is. You're not allowed to You're not allowed to like people. Go ahead. Let me hear how I'm biased. Because I don't believe in retard theories that I already know are untrue, like Duty and Snort are the same person. But tell me why I am. Let me hear this. Me too, Kenzai. And so does AB. On the daily too.
Well, while we wait for
No,
Max's,
stop it.
while we wait for Max's answer, Anna,
Yeah, and then I'm leaving.
how's things going for you, Anna? You been doing all right?
Pregnant.
Oh.
Why do you keep saying pregnant?
Sly Jr.
Facts. Big
Not
dog. What?
nothing's happening right
It's not
now.
me? Wow. Do you see the retardation? And this is why. Nah, because you be whispering.
Well, I guess it depends. Hold on. I guess it depends. I guess it depends how the baby comes out, considering you were told yesterday that you're really a white man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a fact. A pedophile told me I was a white man.
Wow.
Yeah.
To make
He
him
says,
tiz him
you're a
out.
white man.
Let me just let's set aside that has nothing to do with being biased or unbiased. So I'll mulligan that answer, but you want to try again? None of that has anything to. That's not biasness. This is what I mean. All right, I gotta go. He's gonna make me scream.
No, Max, he doesn't do that.
Okay,
he doesn't do that.
Okay, no, King, just.
I don't like when people operate around me and not know what words mean. I can't do this, bro. It's like go to school or end it. That's all I gotta say.
No, but Max, he really doesn't instigate. He really doesn't with Will. He does
Nobody's
not.
talking about you unless I'm here, bro. No one's talking about you. No one's sitting there. I'm not typing the Will. Max. No, I've never done that. Not one time ever.
Yeah, no, he talks. Max, he talks to me about like his conversations with Will. They don't. He doesn't instigate stuff.
Nobody
They
talks
just have
about
normal
you.
talk. They just have
Nobody-
normal conversation. Like they don't.
You-
He doesn't instigate anything.
You are like never brought up, but randomly, like well, when we think you flagged them, but that's besides the point. Well, that's the only time you ever got brought up. That's it. But anyway, we're off that. I'm done. I'm not sitting here all day. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, autism.
Well,
all right.
that was okay.
Anger
Look. That was the podcast, y'all. Episode 20. Big ups, King. Big ups, Anna, for stopping
Appreciate
by. If y'all ever want to do another in the future, hit me up. I'm gonna still do it. I'm probably take a little break from it, but
9 months we'll holler.
9 months back. Got you in 9 months. Everybody,
a 9-piece.
go sub to Anna. Go sub. Well, half of them already sub, but big ups, Anna. Big ups, King.
Appreciate it, Max.
All right.
And I'll see you guys.
Oh wait, how did I meet Deacon? Hey, and Jimmy. That's how I met him.
Oh.
Well, I knew about. It doesn't matter. I met him through her. That's why, because she watched him. Then I found out about Deacon, and
Yeah.
that's how it happened. But all right, y'all. I'm a holler.
All right, y'all.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Thanks for
bye,
having
everybody.
us.
No problem.
Appreciate
See y'all. See y'all when I see you. Chat, big ups. Thanks for the Scrubcast. No problem, bro. I'll probably be live again sometime next week after Mother's Day. I'm gonna spend a weekend just working. Probably Monday or Tuesday. I don't know yet. I usually go live on Mondays or Tuesdays, but big ups everybody. Thank y'all for watching episode 20. This is episode 20 of the Scrubcast. I don't know who to get next. Max, if you want to do it like Anna said, if you want to do a part 2, discussing everything about, Tails and Will and all them, your beef was out there, everybody. If you want to do a part 2 of the Scrubcast, let me know. We could do episode 21 and you can say your piece, I guess. It's up to you. Or that whole thing with Tails, I don't know, bro, because Tails said he wasn't really interested, so I don't think I don't want to bother him with that shit, so. But I will see you guys next week. Big ups, everybody. Peace out. Thanks for y'all for watching. Big ups, and thanks for the subs and the likes.